Simon Told Helen wins a half length. Zach Benelli second.
Welcome to Greyhound Gossip.
Peaky Blinders start cheering for Tommy Shelby wins the WA Sprint Championship final.
Featuring Peter O'Neill and Leia Ernest.
Mozza moves up to Mermaid Manelli. Fab's Gem 3 deep. Here comes Fab's Gem.
Hard style Rico by 5 lengths to Simon Told Helen. Third Tommy Shelby.
This segment is dedicated to the discussion and promotion of greyhound racing.
Cindy's Oliver, Rockstar Patriot, Paul Stewart, back-to-back with Rockstar Patriot in the Galaxy.
Handsome Prince, a bolder clear. The former Tasmanian Handsome Prince has won the $1 million chase.
And a very good morning, everyone. Tuned into Greyhound Gossip this Monday. And a very good morning to you, Peter O'Neill.
And a very good morning to you too, Leia Ernest. Everyone, welcome along to a Greyhound Gossip. What a wonderful evening it was last night, Leia, and you were there with us as we had a look back and honoured those that were crowned the WA Greyhound of the Year and the award winners at the Racing and Wagering Western Australia Greyhound of the Year Awards last night.
And Pete, I have to say you did a wonderful job emceeing as well, so it was really nice to be there and celebrate all the winners. I've got a list of the winners here for the 2022 Greyhound of the Year. We had Vice Grip. Congratulations to Adam Smithson, who we will be having a chat to a bit later on. The Young Achiever of the Year award went to Victoria Cook. Chris Halse took out the leading trainer, and he'll be joining us a bit later on as well. The Jerry O'Keefe Achievement Award went to Barry McPherson, and the Kerry Vernon Award for Excellence in a Greyhound Welfare went to the Greyhound Angels of Western Australia.
Yes, and the Greyhound Angels of WA, they've rehomed hundreds of greyhounds in Western Australia, so it was great to see them acknowledged last night. And also the Jerry O'Keefe Award, one of the great honours in WA greyhound racing, and Barry McPherson, who's been involved in as a trainer. He's prepared over 2,200 winners. He's also helps out at the Southern River Greyhound track, and also donates his time to some great causes, including the Amanda Young Foundation, a young girl who died from meningococcal, and he has been able to train greyhounds, I think 4 from memory, for the young family to raise funds for them. So, and he's mentored some of the young trainers coming through as well. And good to see Victoria Cook acknowledged as the Young Achiever of the Year. She has always been involved in greyhound racing, with her mum and dad being trainers, and then to marry Brad Cook and take out a licence in her own right. And she's got a great strike rate, so well done to them. We'll talk with Adam Smithson about Vice Grip in a moment, and also Chris Halse. But before we do that, Leia, on Saturday night we had the final of the Sandy's Mum Memorial, and the box draws taken place, and the market's out with Electrify, the $2.25 favourite. Electrify was the quickest qualifier from box 1. Jimmy's Decision has come up with box 1 in the finals, currently at $6. Adzuki Manelli in 2, Custard Manelli 3, Lupini Manelli box 4, Electrified at $2.25 in box 5, Solidified in box 6, Hinto, the Derby winner, $4.50, second favourite in box 7, and Father Manelli in box number 8. So it'll be a very good final coming up on Saturday night, and some very, very talented chasers that have made the Sandy's Mum Memorial final.
It's a hot field, Pete, and you'll be calling all the action on this Saturday?
I certainly will. Let's go back to acknowledge the 2022 WA Greyhound of the Year, and his name was Vice Grip.
Tab touch boxes loaded, red light to green, the Group 1 Sky Racing Perth Cup, and they're set. Ready, racing. Lala Kiwi began quickly, also showing speed was Vice Grip. Up on the inside was Speed Bandit. Coming across was Archibald, but Vice Grip finds the top. Archibald gets into second, and then followed by Speed Bandit around the outside. Then followed by Rostered Off, who wanted to get on the inside. Bumped heavily Lala Kiwi, Makuru. Well back in the field was West on Finn. Last of all, Paddy wants Patch, but off the back and Vice Grip. All of WA cheers out by 4. In second place was Archibald, and then followed by Speed Bandit. Good on you, Adam Smithson and Vice Grip. Vice Grip takes out the Perth Cup, wins by 6.
Heavily supported to win the race. Vice Grip. Lewis on its way. Favourite box 7. Wow, she's fast. Set. And they're racing now. She was only out fairly. Wow, she's fast. Panorama bounce quickly with Indy Matilda. Wow, she's fast. Charges up out wide. And the favourites found the lead. It's Wow, she's fast from Vice Grip. Billy Creek 2 lengths away. Third. And Captain Black Box. Welbeck Chabini, Indy Matilda. Panorama checked out to the rear. Wow, she's fast. She put the foot down mid-race, and she opened up by 4. Vice Grip sticks with her, clear of Billy Creek. Wow, she's fast. A length in front. Vice Grip lift over the top. Vice Grip has
go. Race number 11. Racing favourite missed the start. Dynamic Prince missed the start. Nitro Bale flew out. Trying to get across there was Divine Empress. On the outside, Vice Grip. Getting checked there was Madigan with the Punga Warrior at the back. The leader was Nitro Bale. After it now was Vice Grip second. On the inside was Vermont Bale. On its outer was Dynamic Prince. Clear then of Divine Empress. Deeper was Mally Magic. Leader was Divine Empress. Leader around the turn was Nitro Bale. Vice Grip is running on strongly. Vice Grip on the outside is in. Vice Grip wins. Beats Nitro Bale.
Yes, and that was some of the year that was 2022, and what a remarkable year it was for Vice Grip. The winner of the Group 1 Perth Cup, the Lou Dawson Memorial Spring Gift, the Group 3 Mandurah Cup, and he won again his second Group 2 All-Stars. He was a finalist in the WA Sprint Championship where he finished third. He also finished third in the Group 1 Top Gun. He won a heat of the Melbourne Cup on a wet old night in Victoria, and he also won a heat of the Hobart 1000. Didn't have a lot of luck in both of the finals, and also contested the $1 Million Chase, as we heard, and defeated the highest stake earning greyhound Wow She's Fast in the process. And Adam Smithson, hopefully he's in a good state this morning, because I'm sure he would have celebrated well with all of his friends last night, and he joins us on Greyhound Gossip this morning. Adam, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, just a bit of lack of sleep, but no, I'm travelling okay.
It was a remarkable year, wasn't it, for Vice Grip? And we heard that earlier this year, after he's winning the free-for-all, he's been retired, but he took you and Shante and the Four Frothies syndicate, Glenn Paskin, all the owners on a wonderful ride for a great period of that year.
Yeah, exactly right. He, just looking at the honour roll of what he's done and what he put together last year, it sort of blew us away, and you don't really notice while you're going through it during the year. But for him to do what he did, and you sit back on a night like last night and just, enjoy what the dog's done, and just gives you a bit more appreciation for what he did, because, like I said, at the time, you don't really think too much about it.
Do you think the highlight for you and also the owners was the Group 1 Perth Cup, or do you compare the $1 Million Chase and his run through there and also the Melbourne Cup as another couple of highlights, and also being invited to the Top Gun? Which would be the highlight for you?
Oh, definitely for me would be the Perth Cup, just being in Perth, and, that's our biggest race. So that'd be the biggest one for me. But it's hard to split it all, just being able to travel with the dog, and, he was more than competitive over there, and winning a Melbourne Cup heat, like that's the Melbourne Cup's up there with the best races in Australia.
He won $380,000 in stake money, and as I mentioned last night, in front of a really good crowd there at Crown, that $380,000, of which part of it goes towards you and Shante, has really helped you establish yourself very early on in your career as a trainer.
Oh, 100%. Setting up dogs and purchasing the property and just everything that goes with it. You really do need some handy dogs to come through, but for a dog like him to come through and have the year that he did, it sets you up and gets you that little bit ahead.
So he had 26 starts for the year, 13 wins, 10 placings, $380,000 in stake money. He's retired now, as we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and he's going to have a life of luxury on your couch, although you're hoping that you might be able to get him off the couch and be able to serve a couple of bitches as a stud career.
Yeah, that's the plan moving forward. We heard the news that his sire, Aston DB, had retired, so we were always going to push him towards stud just for what he'd done and what he was like as a race dog. But at the moment, he doesn't want to get up off the couch, so we'll have to get him out there and get him out to the vet and get him all sorted.
Well, Adam, something tells me that once he gets to the vet and has that experience, that I don't think you'll have any issue getting him back after the first time.
Oh, yeah, we had some evaluations done, and we had to go to the vet for a vaccination, and he recognised the door, he recognised the clinic, he did know where he was.
Oh, well, I think once you have a vaccination, fair enough, but then once you have the well, I don't want to say it on air, but, once you get the straws, I suppose, then I think it changes. I know I was talking to Kira and Steve, and they said that Tommy bolts out the door every Tuesday, I think, that he goes to the vet. Now, Adam, it's been a huge, huge ride for you with Vice Grip, and I know you started off, you left your job just to pursue greyhound racing, and to have a dog in your first year of going out alone, it's remarkable, to have him take you on this journey. A lot of trainers have trained for ages and they're still hoping for that Group 1 win.
Oh, exactly right. We know how lucky we are to have him come through, and sort of a pinch yourself moment while you're sort of going through it all. But yeah, like you said, these dogs are hard to get, so it's good to sit back and enjoy what he did achieve.
You've had a few people help you along the way. Is there something or a few things that you remember getting advice from going into the industry that you're going to take through with your years going forward?
Yeah, well, a lot of it stems from my parents that just they drum the basics into me that, dogs need a routine, and you keep them happy, they'll keep you happy. And people like Paul Stewart and Graham Credelli, they've given me a lot of advice along the way and helped me out here and there. So, no, it is one of those things you sort of learn on the way, but if you have the right people around you to point you in the right direction, you tend to get it right or get close anyhow.
A remarkable year for Vice Grip. Congratulations to the connections. Congratulations to you. Good luck going forward this year, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Good on you. Adam Smithson joining us on Greyhound Gossip as we continue on. Chris Halse is about to join us. Just before we go to Chris, we've received information through from Racing and Wagering WA, Leia, that due to the 39 degrees forecast today, Cannington's meeting tonight will now start later. So kennelling will be between 6 and 6:50. The meeting was brought forward because Sky Racing is closing down early tonight, so we'll have the majority of the meeting only on TAB radio with no coverage from Sky later in the card. And the first race scheduled for 7:15. So take note, due to the hot conditions, 39 degrees forecast, kennelling is now between 6 and 6:50 this evening. Chris Halse is about to join us, and Chris was awarded the WA Greyhound Trainer of the Year, the Racing and Wagering WA Trainer of the Year. 200 wins for the season at both Cannington and Mandurah, and he joins us this morning. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, good morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good night last night, and a really good year in 2022 for you and the kennel.
Yeah, look, it was a good year. I didn't realise it was as good as it was, really, until you pointed out a bit last night. But quite a star performer going around, it's all. But we had a lot of young dogs come through and a few litters to sort out. And it's always encouraging when you breed them and train them, and you get the rewards at the end of the year.
And you and Linda have been able to introduce some new people into the sport as well. We've seen Ryan Hill in recent times and a few of the jockeys, and also Justin Warwick that has had some success, and Couch Surfer won again on Saturday night. Yeah,
look, Justin's very enthusiastic, and, Linda placed a couple of brood bitches down with Justin, and, he's returned the favour with a share and a horse or two, and, it's a great... great relationship we have with him, and he's lucky to have he's lucky to have a dog as good as well as Couch Surf at the moment.
We spoke last night, and the excitement starting to build with the Western Trilogy coming up in April 14 for the Greyhounds, April 15 at Ascot. And there's 8 slots to be filled, of which you and Linda and the Britain friends have got a slot. Since I spoke to you last night, have you had more time to think about how you're going to attack? You haven't got really that long before you will have to make a decision on whether you use one of your own dogs or whether you get one from the Eastern States.
Yeah, look, I'll leave that probably more to Linda's decision to do that, and her family have all train in Victoria, so I'm sure it'll all get worked out in the next few weeks or so. But they'll all get feel pretty easily, I'd say, when push comes to shove with it. And we're just hoping something sticks its hand up shortly for us. If not, between the family and friends and other people who train dogs, I'm not sure of all the depth of David Gills and Jason there, but we've got a lot of friends as well that, they'll probably jump in with us as well somehow.
Yeah, it's exciting, and we're looking forward to talking more about that as we count down. I just wanted to before we let you go, the 200 wins last night, obviously you, Linda, worked tirelessly, and Luke Townsend, and you've got other volunteers and workers that work with you that put a lot of work in, don't you, behind the scene? You get the credit, but a lot of people behind the scenes that put a lot of hard work to give you the success.
Oh, for sure. We've got a great team at home. We've got my close friend I got involved with dogs 40-odd years ago. Gordon Hine works full-time with us now, lives on the property. Got Ross Honor, who's trained, I think he's trained a greyhound of the year as well in his time, and so they're all working on the property. So you've got a lot of greyhound minds there. So hopefully, if they stick around, it's good because it makes our life a bit easier. Like we're driving home from the Crown now, and they've held the fort for you this morning while you had a good night out.
Now, Chris, I was chatting to you last night and, you seemed very surprised that you won the award because, as Pete mentioned on stage doing an interview with you, that, you didn't really have huge group winners or feature winners as much, and you were just ticking along consistently with the kennel. But a lot of the time that when you did have dogs racing, I would chat to Linda and she said, Chris actually doesn't have reception, so I don't think he'll be able to watch the races. I think he's out fishing or crayfishing or, out on a trip. Is that your secret? Is it, you go crayfishing and then Linda does the work at home?
I wish it was that easy. No, it's all a team effort, and I like my time out, don't worry. As I'm getting older, I really like my time out, and get on the water is the main thing I like to do. So, it's a lot of fun. It's a good outlet, and and you don't go out there and talk dogs, actually. You just crank the music and out you go, and you have a good day out. So, but no, it's good therapy for me, so I like to keep it that way. So.
Chris, we appreciate you the time this morning. Congratulations on being named the 2022 WA Greyhound Trainer of the Year. Before we let you go, on a sadder note, we heard over the weekend the passing of Born Ali. I remember calling Born Ali winning a Galaxy many years ago when she was trained by Robert Britton, and she went on to become a star over on the East Coast. She produced some really outstanding chases, including McInerney, who won the $1 Million Chase late last year. Of course, Grace Ali, who come across and won at WA Oaks, Bakali won at Bold Trees, Benali, and the list goes on, doesn't it? But she was a wonderful producer and a wonderful race bitch as well for the Mugavans and the Britons.
Oh, for sure. She was actually, Peter. We this week we get 3 of Grace Ali pups back from Noel. He's broke him in. Linda did all the work, welcomed him down and all that, and we sent him back to Noel to rear him, break him, educate him, and they're heading back. And I'm not there. Similar cross. I think they're Barsha Bale, Grace Ali. So I think she was. I can't remember her sire, but they're trying to look for that cross as born up. She was a Barsha, I think. Well, she went to Barsha and produced McInerney and that, and so I think that's the cross we've got. So hopefully it's exciting times when they get back here, and we'll hopefully got something to look forward to.
Yeah, her progeny won over $2.7 million in stake money so far, and that will continue on. Thanks for joining us, and congratulations again.
Thanks very much.
Good on you. Chris Halse joining us on Greyhound Gossip. Let's continue on. We're about to head across to John Brasch, and he's calling all of the action for us as their summer carnival continues. And it has been exciting, and it's had a lot of people talking about the Brisbane Carnival, and it's going to culminate with the running on Thursday night of 2 outstanding races, and of course that is the Gold Bullion and the Gold Cup. And John Brasch joins us this morning. Bunny, how are you?
I'm well, Peter. Good morning to you. We've actually got 5 feature races as part of the big program at Albion Park on Thursday night. They're the 2 group races, but we've also got the listed Golden Oldies for our Masters Greyhounds. We've got the Tab Queensland Short Course Final. Heats were run there at Albion Park last night, and we've got the Tab Country Cup Final. Each and every year, heats are run at our country venues of Townsville, Rockhampton and Bundaberg, but with Bundaberg out at the moment, it's Townsville versus Rocky this year. And we always invite one of our country callers to come down, Pete, and come to the Big Smoke and broadcast that race. So this year it will be Joe Dyer from Townsville, who you'll hear the dulcet tones of, calling the Country Cup on Thursday night.
That's very exciting. It's going to be a really, really big night there at Albion Park, and you mentioned you've got all those listed events. Is it one of your biggest nights for prize money? Because the Group 1 is $300,000, the Group 3 is $150,000, and then the Liston Golden Oldies $45,000, and then you've got a lot more other races on that night. Would you say it's one of the biggest for prize money?
At this stage it is, Leia, because this is one of the two big meetings we have at Albion Park throughout the year. Of course, we have the Winter Carnival, where we run the Brisbane Cup and the Queensland Cup, and it's only been recently announced that the Brisbane Cup next year will go to $1 million in overall prize money, with $650,000 to the winner. So that will be in the winter of this year. But this is pretty much our biggest carnival to date, with the $375,000 going to the gold bullion. Of course, Queensland will be getting a prize money increase in the next couple of days for all races across the board, including the gold bullion, now up to $375,000.
It's remarkable how well greyhound racing is going around Australia, and especially up in Queensland at the moment. The gold bullion, John, Hello Mike's come up at $2.80, Hara's Herbie $5.50, and J is J at $6 with Tab Touch. Do you think the winner will come from those three?
I'm tipping Hello Mike, Pete. He was absolutely brilliant on Thursday night. He had drawn wide in a couple of recent runs, but back towards the inside last Thursday night, we really saw what he could do. He ran 29.70 odd. He has run 29.49 there on the bunny in the past. So if he can get a clean getaway from box number 2, I think he'll be the one to beat. I put 7 J as J, the golden ticket winner. I won't remind you of that. In for second, also the Queensland Derby winner, came from box 8, J is J, to win the Derby, so he's going to be in it right up to his ears. And a little greyhound that's taking step-by-step number 3 times 3. It's been recently racing over the shorter journeys of the 300, 400s, and stepped up to 500 recently, and then stepped up to Group Company and was able to win there last Thursday night. So each way times 3, I think, is a good bet as well. So I'm going to go Hello Mike to defeat J as J and times 3. In that case, I'm leaving out the Victorian Boo Boo Billy, also DeFerrin and Shipwreck, who's been there, done that, and also Hara's Herbie, who was one of the quickest heat winners. But I just think the way the box draw has fallen, I'm going to go with number 2, Hello Mike, to win the gold bullion final.
Yes, still too soon to talk about the golden ticket, John. And Throttle was unlucky again the other night. That lack of early speed cost him, and unfortunately he didn't make it through to the final. But great to see a West Australian touch in the Group 3 Gold Cup final. Superman Keeping. I'll actually be calling Thursday night. Ryan Levitsky swapped with me. He's calling tonight, so he's a part owner of Superman Keeping, and he wants to be able to watch in the comfort of either home or, unless he flies across to Albion Park. He's currently at $7. You've given him the visitors box in box number 5, and it's a fairly open market outside of Mapunga Ruby, who drew 3, and she's currently at $2.70.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mapunga Ruby. She's been there, as you know, Pete, done it in feature races in the past, and she looked pretty impressive there on Thursday night, having a first look at Albion Park. And I was impressed with Superman Keeping, the way that really found the line strongly. And I've actually put it in for second. Of course, you guys over there in the West are the defending champions of the Gold Cup. Of course, you brought We the People across last year and in similar connections. And they're looking to go back-to-back in the Gold Cup this year with Superman Keeping. And I think it's got a really big chance. And I'm going to put the Queenslander pocket money in there as well. So I'll put them in 3, 5 and 6, going with Mapunga Ruby, just a shade Superman Keeping in the Gold Cup final.
Looking forward to Thursday night, and the nominations have also been closed for the Group 1 Tem Lee, the Rookie Rebel and the Zoom Top, and there's a little bit of WA flavour and some of the Queensland Carnival flavour in the nominations, amplified and electrified from the Shinners Kennel, both nominees for the Group 1 Tem Lee. Amplified is also nominated for the Rookie Rebel, and Zarbelf, Adam Smithson, has been nominated for the Zoom Top. There's just having a look at, some of the nominations, the greyhounds that you would expect, like Wow Fast and also She's a Pearl, McInerney and a few others. There's a lot of depth in this, including the Derby winner and also the golden ticket winner, J is J, in the Tem Lee.
Yeah, we've got the usual Queensland suspects. J is J, a couple of the Ned Snow runners, Shipwreck, Pocket Money, OO Range are all involved in the features on Thursday night. Of course, we'll have Orchestrate going around as well in the sprint overly over there in the west from what he's done in the past. So, yeah, your main ones are stepping up, and those ones from Queensland have also been invited to come across as well. So they're going to show their worths there on Thursday night, hopefully under the eye of the panel members, and hopefully some of the Queenslanders will get a run too in those features coming up. And of course, Pete, the calendar is very, very tight these days. Of course, we've just come off the Sydney Paws of Thunder Carnival. We've had Brisbane. We go straight to Melbourne, and then you guys over there in the west chime in. So there's not a lot of space between these feature races these days. The calendar is pretty chocked to 12 months of the year.
It certainly is, and we're excited to hear your dulcet tones on Thursday. Keep up the good calling. John, thanks for joining us this morning on Greyhound Gossip.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Leia. Good luck.
Good on you. John Brasch joining us from Queensland, and the Gold Bullion and the Gold Cup coming up on Thursday night. And good luck to Superman Keeping and the WA Connections. Just as we wrap up, Leia, Bones McCoy retired after his run on Tuesday night, and he had a remarkable career where he is now going to retire and stand at stud. Of course, he won the Group 2 Birthday Cup last year. I think in 2022, he won over $140,000 in stake money. He won the Winter Sprint, and he also was named the Mandurah Track Star of the Year award. He's the son of Aston DB, so he's Aston DB's top greyhound in the year of 2022 in regards to stake money. So good luck to the Connections there with Bones McCoy about to stand at stud. And also I want to just send out a shout out, and for anyone that can help out, Anthony Barenka, who is a greyhound owner and a successful greyhound owner for many, many years here in WA, Leia, and he made the over 50s Australian cricket team, who are going across to South Africa and Cape Town in March for the World Cup. So it's a great feat that he's been able to make the team, and he is looking to raise some funds for the over 50s Australian cricket team. And if anyone can help, go on to Toyota Good for Cricket Raffle Tix, which is tix.com.au, and assist Anthony, and we wish him all the best of luck, and also the Australian team when they head across. So just a reminder, Leia, tonight's meeting at Kennington, which will be called by Ryan. The kenneling has been put back because of the 39 degrees. So 6 o'clock start to kenneling. The first race now will be at 7:15, and make sure you tune in to Tab Radio, Racing and Sport, because a lot of the races won't be on Sky, with Sky closing early tonight. So the only way you'll be able to listen to the races is on TAB Radio this evening.
All right, so 12 race card kicking off at 7:15 there at Cannington this evening, and Ryan Levitsky will be calling, and on Thursday, Pete, you will be calling Mandurah, is that correct?
I'm looking forward to getting down to Mandurah. It's been a while since I've been down there, Leia, but it'll be good to get back down to the Peel region and call the meeting down there. And we've got some exciting racing coming up, including the Sandys Mum Memorial Final on Saturday night.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Pete. And as always, I had a great time chatting to you this morning on Greyhound Gossip. We'll take a short break before we get straight into race day.